Well, hi again. This is another Reiki session. How are you doing? I hope everything's going well with you. What's wrong now? Remember, if you're not happy in a relationship, go and stay with your family, friends, and get away for a while. The person that's giving you that problem, you need to get away. Why do you stay in relationships if they are not working for you and you're not happy? You gotta be happy. You gotta have joy. You gotta have a good feeling. Don't stay in something that is abusive or physical or mentally screwing your mind. They blame everything on you. It's always your fault, not theirs. They don't take responsibility. They throw it in your lap and it makes you where you are. Now a lot of you are like into that, man and woman. Neither one of you put up because you love the person so much, you forget what they do, their traits. You forget the signs. The signs are either they're fooling around, they're with somebody else, or they just don't give it. They don't give a damn about you. That's pretty much what it is. They don't give a damn. If they give a damn, they wouldn't do all that stuff. Get yourself away. If it's your place, you kick them out. Don't put up with that nonsense. Now you say, gee, Reiki Master, Reiki Grandmaster, we're married. We have several kids. And he's always working, and I'm always working, I have no time. There's some people out there that like to swing, you know? They're still married and fool around. No, why? Why would you do that? Why? That's the lifestyle. Well, what's this focus on what you can control? Okay? You can control your life. It's your life. Okay? If you're happy in a relationship, marriage, whatever it is you're in, then that's okay. But if you're not, you look the other way and let things go on. No, that's not a way to live. You'll never be happy. Don't you want to be happy? You want to be happy, right? Don't say you don't care. That's what happens with empathy. You don't care. That's what that means. Because you put up with it. You allow it to keep going. Why? Get away. If you're not happy, go. You know, I'm going to tell you a story. There was a woman I used to talk to online, and she was older. She told me what her husband was doing, and she said, you know, she wore a shawl all the time. I told her, if you have the money, get a sports car and drive into the mountains. She did that. She met somebody else, and she left the husband and eventually get a divorce. Why stay in something you're unhappy about? Why? I never met her. Never really talked to her on the phone. But she took my advice. I don't know. But like I said, people come and go. I know her life was better for her now. Why do you stay in? A lot of you girls, you stay with guys. You know what they're doing. But you know why you stay? Because you don't want to leave, because you don't want to be on your own. Especially if you have kids by them and you're not, you're a single mom. Like that. If that guy loved you so much and you loved him so much, then what happened? Something happened. Maybe they didn't love you that much. Maybe it was something else. Selfish intentions. There goes that greed again. That selfish desire. Yeah. You got to be careful. You can't fall into those pits. You fall into those pits and you get into these situations and it's hard to get out of them. You say, oh, you think it's so easy to just pack up and go. It's not easy. True. I've been through it myself. I know how it is. You know, the shocking part of all this, when they tell you what they're doing, you're shocked. When you feel shock like that, it's hard to overcome. You just say, everything that you know of is just gone like that in an instant. They ruined your relationship by what they're doing. They're cheating. When they cheat on you, it's such a bad, negative thing, and it goes so deep, deeper than you think. And you love that person so much, for them to hurt you like that, That's a hurt. That hurt goes so deep. A lot of people don't even want to talk about stuff like that, but it does go on. And it gets to the point where you don't know what to do. You don't want to tell your family. You don't want to tell your friends. Those friends are supposed to be best friends. Sometimes best friends turn against you. And they have a desire. I want that. I want her husband. I want him. See how desire come in? See? A desire. That's an evil desire. Taking away somebody else's husband. I know a lady that happened to. She had her own business, restaurant business. The cook was her husband. She fell in love with him. But her best friend had the desire to take her husband away. See? Evil desire. I gotta have. So she did get her way. And that lady that had the restaurant, she lost the husband. She lost the business. Everything flopped. Because that true friend, or was it a friend? That's no friend. I told her, I said, that is not your friend. That if she was your friend, she wouldn't have the evil desire to take away what you had. And him, did he truly love his wife? No, he took the money and everything. So the desire for him was to be greedy and take the money. You see how that all plays? And you don't tell me that a lot of you don't run into stuff like that. You look the other way. But don't look the other way. And you don't want to hear it. Don't tell me about it. You don't want to think about it. Don't, because if you live like that, you're never going to go nowhere. It's going to be a rough time for you. And don't. A lot of people go down to that store where the bottles are. That's not an escape. That's not going to help you. You're just putting a Band-Aid on what's going on. I want to help you. That's mentally. And physically, if they attack you, but there's no physical here. It's mentally and emotionally. These are the factors playing here. Going through these kind of cycles in life are rough and tough. People don't talk about this, and it's all right to talk about negative energy, certain things, but this runs deep, and a lot of you go through all of this. It's tough. It's tough, and you have friends that go through this, and they come to you with a wet shoulder to you, and they take your energy away, and that's where that comes into play. You see. Oh my goodness, I feel completely drained. You feel drained because they took away what you had. And what you had was your own positive world. Everything's going great. Great marriage, great relationship. Everything is working great for you. Until they come in and they destroy it. And they destroy it by taking what you have and they have it now. And you are left with nothing. Yeah, see, I know a lot of you might not like. I don't want to talk about this, no, but you have to talk about it. You have to sit down with someone and talk about this stuff and tell them your problem. Sure, marriage counselor, but most of them, they can't intervene to what they can write down and try to tell you what to do. And trying to find out why the other person acts like that. But sometimes the other person, that's the way they are. They will never change. If they cheat, they're going to cheat. It's a challenge for them to cheat if they can get away with it. But once you, the smart individual, finds out what they're doing, they broke their vows. If you're married, they broke your confidence and your trust. You say, I'll never trust no one again. That woman that the husband did what he did, she don't trust nobody again. She said, I want to live on my own. I don't want no man in my life. So she made it. She just told you. No man in her life. So if you guys are looking for somebody like that, she already told you she don't want nobody. So you keep away from her. You find somebody that wants to be with you, loves you unconditionally, and not will chase after somebody else. Not get greedy. Not negative desires. You see what that is? That's how it comes to play. Yeah, that's what it means. The person you are with, they should want you 100%. They should tell you. If you didn't get all that in the beginning, then you overlooked something. And you just went in, got engaged. You know, you heard a lot of girls that get engaged and they fool around. Same thing with the guys. Yeah. The thing is, if they were a player, they are gonna stay a player. It's hard for them to get out of those negative desires. You see? It's hard for them to break away. And maybe they don't want to. But they hurt you. Their loved ones, the people that love them, but they don't care. You see? Apathy. It all comes into play. That's the way things are. And you want to find somebody who don't do all that stuff. That's where you got to ask some questions and dig down deep. And you find that out, and they might say, well, gee, I don't want to be with nobody like that. And they promise you, hey, remember, kids promise. Adults commit to each other. Not promise. Promise don't mean nothing, because they can break that promise. When you're a child, you say, I promise I won't do that again. And yet you do it again. And the thing is, as an adult, you don't say you promise. You say you commit. It will not happen. But that's not enough. And that's why a lot of you have to make sure that whoever you're with is right for you and is loyal to you and is there for you. And they're not with nobody else. They don't have anybody else in their head. And everything, they should be completely cleared. That's why I say, you on a piece of paper, you write down all the people that you had encounters with, that you want nothing to do with no more. You don't hate them. You write it and you take it. Either you tear it up or toss it into the flame and distinguish yourself. And you move on. But a lot of you hold on to things. And you gotta let people go. Let things, possessions, whatever it is, let them go. Don't be greedy and hold on to things. Think these people are going to come back to you. Some people stalk people. That's even bad. That's not good. But right now we're just focusing on this stuff. You got to let go. When they hurt you like that, you got to let go. Don't hold on to someone that doesn't care about you. Don't hold on. And that's what this topic is going to be on. Don't hold on. Don't hold on to someone who doesn't love you, who doesn't care about you, who don't want to be with you. Don't hold on and think they will change. They've already made up their mind to fool around and have someone else. Or like that family member, it's on the other side. The husband, he was sitting down, the uncle, I guess, watching TV, and the wife said, I'm gone, because he didn't pay attention to her. So she found somebody online, typing all the time, and she jumped on a plane, went down to Texas. When she got to Texas, she was in for a big surprise, because he was married and had a family and somebody with somebody else. So she jumped back on the plane, tried to go back to the husband. He didn't want nothing to do with it, because she should have never left. She should have stayed. And then he would never trust her, because she could do it again. She was begging and crying, said, please, please, please. And yeah, but promising, it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. You made that choice to leave. And you can't come back in. You can't just run and come back like they're a safe haven. Why should they take you back? And a lot of you will take them back, and guess what will happen? It's the same thing will happen again and again and again, and they know it. Don't live like that. Cut it. That's what, cut the cord, cut those ties. You see how that all plays? You cut the ties from those, and you move on. And you get your life together, and you get your situation together. Okay? It's a lot of negative in this one, I know, and but it's not the kind of negative that you need to use sage. That sage is for entities and spirits and stuff to come into the house. This is not that. This is people in situations where the relationship is not going right because someone's not doing their part, or that someone's not caring enough for you. You see how that goes? This spray helps you. It has everything you need. Take off the negative, remove, neutralize you. I'm going to say sprayed right at them. I'm going to say the spread in the atmosphere. You could have it as an aromatherapy. You know, it'll help you. Energy healing spray helps you feel at ease and peaceful. Now, if any of you go through something like this help. In these sessions, I help you understand the circumstances that you're in and why you're in it and why you don't come out of it. And, you know, and it's not your fault. It's just that you need to understand it's time to say no and get the heck out of there. Don't grab the kids or just grab you and the dog or whatever it is you got, the cat. Let's go. Why stay? You'll find someone else, someone that would care about you and love you unconditionally. Don't stay in a relationship where stuff like this is going on, but a lot of you do. It's like a safe haven. It's not a safe haven. Imagine sitting there every day worrying about this. What's going to happen the next day? It's not going to change. You know what they're doing. You do the laundry. You see the things in the laundry, you know. Or when they come back to the house, they have no time for you. They don't take care of your needs. Yeah. Go to your parents. Go to your friends. You know, people that you can count on. Friends should be able to put you up and understand. If they can't, then they're not a friend. They need to, especially if they're borrowing money from you. They're just like taking advantage of you. You know, don't let them take an advantage. That's all this stuff leads to. You gotta learn to say no, and you gotta break away from it all. Okay? Free yourself from the pain and tyranny. I send you protection and love, or pull out negative energy, because this is just basically talking to you and telling you what's going on, so you feel better. Don't stay in relationships that lead to no end and make you upset and make you unhappy. It's not good. It is not a good situation. Okay? Positive protection, love. Make the right decisions. Watch the session again and again. It helps you understand some of the life situations that people don't want to talk about, and especially this one. If you've been through this, you would understand. I've been through it. Look at how I turned out. I'm not saying that it could happen to you, and this is what you do. Just watch the session again. Okay? Take care. Peace to you and love.